What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Bobby Darin from the Legendary Bobby Darin compilation. Shout out to my parents for allowing me to rip this from their collection. But yes, this is a tune called More, which I wonder if this is a Bobby Darin original, or if it's a standard, or covering something written by somebody else. Either way, it's not listed as live, so I'm not expecting this to have that, audience interaction that we've heard on a couple of his tunes so far, but yes, ultimately more refers to additional quantity or additional volume. Normally, or at least in a lot of creative contexts, there's an implication, if not an overt suggestion or indication, that someone is desirous of more, meaning they want more. It's a positive designation. Now, it could relate to, more struggle, more conflict, so it's not necessarily positive, but when I saw it in the track listing, my expectation or my immediate response was to think that it's some form of positive assessment, the idea that more would be good. So I'll see what I can catch on a first listen, and we'll see if that estimation or hypothesis is correct. This is Bobby Darin, the song is More, and it's included on the Legendary Bobby Darin compilation.
More than the greatest love the world has known, this is the love that I give to you alone. More than the simple words I try to say, I only live to love you more each day. More than you'll ever know, my arms long to hold you, so my life will be in your keeping, waking, sleeping, laughing, weeping. Longer than always is a long, long time, but far beyond forever you'll be mine. I know I never lived before, and my heart is very sure no one else could love you more than the greatest love the world has known. This is the love that I give to you alone. More than the simple words I try to say, I only live to love you more each day. More than you'll ever know, my arms got to hold you, so my life will be in your keeping, waking, sleeping, laughing, weeping. Longer than always is a long, long, long time, but far beyond forever you'll be mine. I know I never lived before, and my heart is very sure no one else could love you more.
Get out of here, Bobby. You are legendary. I mean, that's amazing. Number one, sonically, it starts as like a smooth finger snapping jazz kind of tune, but it gets bigger as the song goes along, and it did seem to translate from more like lounge jazzy to big band jazzy by the end, but it almost had like a bit of a jazz rock and roll hybrid feel by the end, especially when that snare came in. And his vocal performance goes from pretty relaxed and maybe not mellow. I mean, he's got energy to his delivery from the very beginning, but by the end he's definitely going bigger and more expressive and more powerful. And I feel like more is used in a lot of related ways, but in some different senses. Like he's talking about, he wants to love more than just the words. He has these words to convey it, but he wants to love more than just the words themselves, through actions, through feeling, through sentiment, through experience. And he's also talking about loving the person more every day. And then he's saying that, it's almost like he never lived before he met her. And then saying that, he's going to love her more than always, which is a very long time, indeed an infinitely long time. So it's all centered around the idea that he's the best one for her, he'll love her more than anybody, but it's more on different levels in that context. And I, again, like, especially the idea of, loving more than just the words convey, or more every day. It's everything is cumulative. Everything is increasing the volume and being more or beyond what anyone else has ever seen. It's almost like he's saying, not just I'm going to love you more than you've ever been loved. I'm going to love you more than anyone has ever loved another person. So it's just upping the ante and the scale as the song goes along, which fits with his vocal delivery. And just, he has one of those voices. It's like, number one, it's a very recognizable voice. Number two, it just has that, like, old time swagger, that mid 20th century, like, you could just give him a microphone and, just maybe a drummer, like, no backing. He's got a voice that just stands out and does all that it needs to do, no matter what is going on behind him or what he's even singing. That old idea that you could give someone a phone book, and if they have a good enough voice, it would be compelling to listen to them sing it. I do think that applies to Bobby. So yes, a legendary tune, a legendary performance. Let me know what you think. And Luca, I see you, Mistress Cat. She and I will see you next time. Peace.